Okay, so now what I want to do is I've got some colors I want for my flowers, and it doesn't have to have many shades to get you many shades. What about that? All right, so I'm going to come in here and start putting in some burgundy looking wisteria. Okay, because I don't want too much lavender. I decided what colors I wanted. So I've taken this flat brush, and you can see I'm on the edge of the paint puddle, and I'm going back and forth picking up paint. So the brush is fully loaded with a lot of paint. Then I'm going to kind of come back and forth, and I'm like slapping the canvas, slap, 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 slap. And one of the things you can do, and you'll notice, see me rocking my fingers, I could just take the back corner, which is what I will do when I start adding white. I'm going to touch, 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 okay? And then have at the end, watch this, I'm sweeping the back corner. You can't be straight up, you can't be up like this. You got to be down, see my handle? And I sweep that back corner against my canvas. And I want some trailing flowers. Oops. Trailing flowers. So I'm going to put a little bits of pink here. Now this is dark burgundy, not pink, but that's where I plan on seeing some pink. Some pink in here. Now what I want you to see is I usually will just keep adding some white as I go, because I don't want this to dry. But what's going to happen here is these are coming off of the brown vine, and I'll show you a little trick about how to keep it still having that bright color as we go. Then I might skip a little bit and have a little bit coming in here. Okay, so we have, imagine this is growing from here onto the vine, a little bit over there, and we'll say a few little peeps came out over here. So we're just looking for that color, and I like to have a triangle of color. We've got the color there, there, and there, and then I'm going to have it here in the roses. So you're going to see all this, and the lavender is going to come in, and maybe some white. So I'm going to have a triangle of white also. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the same brush. This is your number 12 flat, and I'm going to grab some white. And every time I need more white, I'm going to come get just the corner into the white. And then I'm going to start sweeping that back edge like I told you. Now this is the key. You want to leave some dark showing and then some white. So see the white, you got to really push it into there so you get all shades between white and berry wine. All the shades in between. And so we want to have this feathering down, sometimes really white. See, sweet, sweet, sweet. See, just like it's trailing over. And see, I'm not doing it defined. Now I can tell you, you can sit here with a very small brush and do all kinds of petals that really look like petals, but that is not the look I'm looking for right now. If you want that look, you're welcome to have that look. We're very free painting, okay? You know, my friend Lori, who's doing my filming, she's a free spirit, and she literally paints everything with her mind, different than what I do, but the same flavor. But I love it because we can put hers against mine, and in fact, I'll probably do that. I'll probably do that in the film because I'd like you to see both sides of here's the look I do, and this is what Lori's look of this, and hopefully you'll go, this was one stroke, but it's my look of one stroke. That's what I love. I love that it doesn't look, see, I got too muddy here. See that? I love that it doesn't look like Donna Dewberry, Donna Dewberry, Donna Dewberry. Now look, see, I'm coming back in there and adding some back in because I over blended. All right, that's what you want to make sure that you don't do. Like right in here, if I want to define that one from the other one, I can add some more white right in there to bring that one forward a little bit, okay? So you can leave some that are all pretty wine looking, or you can come in here. Okay, now what I say to you is you might get this by tapping. You might get this by doing slices okay? Whatever you do, I would just like you to do them all that way and not come in here and have one look here, one look here, one look here on the same flower, okay? That's very important in your look of your painting, okay? Now see, we have a dark color, a medium color, and now we're going to come in here with some white in there. So you're going to have all that shade just by, this is all wet, and you might not move as fast as I move, so yours might dry up before you get there. So the key is, if it dries up, you get called out. I had 7 children, I know what it means to get called out. You would take and go back into the burgundy, the berry wine, and then grab some more white and go right over your dry piece, and you would have the dark in the background, but you can then come in here and add some of that. Okay, now we're trailing and hanging off that vine and having that falling feeling, okay, where it's drooping off, which now we're ready to put some little green leaves there. Now, let's go over to the roses here, since it's the same color. All berry wine again. Especially with a size 12 and smaller, I want you to know that when we're doing smaller brushes, it's far easier to have the one, instead of double loading, like I usually put half one color, and work it in, work it in, work it in. Now you can do that with a 12, but from a 12 and smaller, usually 10 and smaller, you're gonna have all one color, and then you side stroke, which means you take right next to the puddle and pick up your second color. It's far easier and with a lot less frustration, and then you won't have big old ridges of paint on both sides. So I'm going to strike right there next every time I need some white. Now this is what I'm going to do. Let's look at this really close. I'm imagining a line there and a line there. Okay, now this is what we're going to do. We're going to go up and over, like up and over the rainbow. Flat. Here's the line, here's a line. Flat, up, and over. More white. We're going to start at that same line, and we're going to draw a U with the white. Flat brush, draw the U. Now the key right here is that you don't come down so low that you don't cover up the inside, because sometimes the inside, people will come down like this. Let me show you. People will come down just like that, and if you have taken your first stroke, some people don't push flat enough, then the second stroke won't cover it. That wasn't a good sample. Let me show you what I mean. This right here. Some people go like this, okay? They come way up here, and they have that big hole there. So then when you come down here, they go like that, and there's a gap. All right, that's a perfect example of what happens a lot. So it's very easy. It's look, you can go over any stroke that you're not happy with. Now we have the U. Now we have a second U, and then we're going to slide, slide. Okay, now this slide, let me show you. Here's a wider U. Now watch this. I'm on the chisel of the brush. Those are the bristle tips of the chisel. I touch, I lean in the direction I'm going, and I pull the white over. So look, I'm leaning with the dark first, and the white comes after. All right, so I can restroke this higher. That's still not pretty. Look, see my little finger steadying me? All right, there. All right. 1, 2. So we're going to just come in here and add a few more of these. That's another little rose I'd like to show you. Right here. Up and over. See, more paint. This is a perfect example to show you. More paint. Watch really close. I'm picking up berry wine. I'm stroking against the white. You got to blend it. You're blending it as you're picking it up. Now you can come part way and curve into the center of the rainbow. And then you can have another one that goes all the way out to the edge. Then you chisel, chisel. So this, what I love about this type of rosebud is that we don't have to show the calyx. And usually calyx aren't too pretty. And sometimes you can do some cute ones, but a lot of people don't paint them well. So we're going to come in here and add some little one-stroke leaves right at the bottom, and it kind of gives you the feeling of a calyx effect, but just some greenery down there. Whenever I'm getting mud, that means I need to go get fresh berry wine, then go stroke and get a new spot to pick up fresh white. Okay, I like doing this over and over a few times because when you see me do it, you go try it, you come back and do it again. We've got lots of opportunities for you to see how this is stroked. Okay? Now this is a little bit bigger. We're imagining it's a big old rose here. But this is that look that we want. All right, so you see this berry wine with the white, I'm getting a little bit of a mauve effect. There are colors that have a little bit more browns. You can do those if you want. And some of you, I've had many people do this in a bright pink, which would be magenta. Okay, burgundy, and then so we've got our triangle. We got color here, color there, color here. Okay? So now we want to come right down here, and there's a couple different ways we can do this. We need to get a smaller brush, and I'm going to just do all burgundy first. And I'm going to put a big stroke, like a teardrop, of pure burgundy. This is berry wine actually, not burgundy. It gives you a burgundy color. And I like a wine color, but some people, there's a big difference if you're painting this for somebody who has, they'll say it's a red burgundy color, it's a red wine color, it's not, it doesn't have pink in it, which that bothers them if it has any pinkish tones. This has pinkish tones, the berry wine does.